So my name is Natalie Rose. This is my husband, Tim Rose, and we've been in this building for almost a year and a half at this point.
Because of my disability, I require an accessible bathroom. Obviously, the ability to take a shower for anyone is hugely important.
Looking for accessible housing in this city, in this province, and even in this country is extremely difficult.
We lived in a non-accessible apartment that we had to make accessible ourselves for about 10 years. And we did that because it was the only place we could find.
So we had resigned ourselves to just not be able to really experience a fully accessible unit.
Natalie was looking around one day and saw the announcement for this building with Daniels, and we went from not looking at all to literally signing the papers in 7 days.
My name is Jacob Cohen and I'm the Chief Operating Officer of the Daniels Corporation. My day-to-day activity is thinking about our people. How can we think about accessibility and the design of our units at the outset? How can we think about designing our amenity spaces and our interiors to be more accommodating and more universally accessible?
To see that a company had taken those steps to proactively offer those features really blew us away, and also made us feel like someone was actually trying to meet our needs in housing for the first time.
It was really a question of how do we design a program that can fit as many people as possible? How do we make bathrooms more universally accessible? We wanted to take it to the next level and ensure that the bathrooms in a number of our accessibly designed units had more features, more under cabinet space for your knees if you're in a mobility device, roll-in showers so that you can transition from the bathroom into the shower relatively easily.
The first time I saw the roll-in shower, I literally teared up. Like, I just sat in the roll-in shower when we first moved in here and just sat there for a minute and kind of took it all in.
It's not only solved problems we had, like the shower, but it's just generally made life easier. In some ways, the fact that it's accessible leads us to stop even having to think about accessibility.
It feels so good for me from an independent standpoint, but also just being able to live in a place that we know we can grow and stay in is really comforting for both of us. There's a common phrase in the disability community, which is that accessibility should be built in, not bolt on.
These we thought were really good features that people, not just with mobility challenges, but people who are aging in place, would be able to benefit from. And if we can tackle those ahead of time, tackle them before the building gets built, before the concrete is poured, there's not going to be additional costs to do that because we're planning for it at the outset. We're designing it in, we're not bolting these items on.
Here, and what Daniels did shows the value of built-in accessibility, thinking about it from day one. For me, it's just meant freedom, right? It's meant freedom and not having to worry about my housing situation, not having to worry about my shower situation. It's meant total freedom and independence.
What we always like to tell people is that accessibility is always an ongoing process. It's not something that you can accomplish, check a box, and walk away from.
The units are now being built, people are living in them, but we're in a constant stage of evolution. We want to learn, we want to get better. We need to hear feedback from people living in these suites to continue and enhance what we're doing.
Accessibility is always about a journey, right? And it's a journey for ourselves as users of the space. It's a journey for Daniels, and we're just really excited to be on this journey with Daniels and to be continuing to learn about accessibility and make this city more accessible for everyone.